I usually try to cut up my videos a little bit to make them a bit more continuous, whatever that word is, so that the more of the stuttering and the times where I rant on are cut out. But this is going to be a little bit more open because I don't know, I don't have as much time anymore, even though I'm on spring break. I guess I do have a lot of time, but I usually don't, and I've sort of filled up my spring break with a bunch of stuff that I may or may not, maybe or may not should be doing. That's something I would cut out normally, but yeah. So it's been like 2 full months since I last made a video, and I also, during that time, I did take like the entirety of February off just from racing, period. Like, not even making these, but also just racing at all. And I've sort of loosened a lot of the restrictions on myself for needing to practice every day, practicing an hour a day, 2 hours a day, anything like that. And the whole reason I sort of did that is because from, I guess, sometime or December, pretty much as long as I've been making this series, I haven't really been enjoying racing very much. Which it got me thinking a little bit of like, do I even like racing? Is it just like a phase or whatever? And from what I've generally gathered, no, because over that break I did eventually get back to like, I want to do something in racing again. I want to get back in there, put me in, coach, you know. So I don't think it's that racing is just like a flash in the pan for me or anything like that. The other thing is, so the whole reason that month started was because after my last video, I did some research into like what the price of different cars was and like getting into racing, and it came out to like $100,000, which is not actually the real number. The real number is like, you know, you can reasonably, if you go a much less expensive route of buying your own car and doing your own maintenance and all that, you can do it for roughly $7,000 a year, and that's something where like, with my salary, hopefully after college, I can reasonably do that. But it's still, it's at the time it bummed me out a lot, and then it bummed me out more when I sort of felt like I wasn't improving because I couldn't beat an old lap time. So, which I don't think both of those are, neither of those are true. I think I have definitely improved. It's just a bit difficult to see sometimes. At least I hope I've improved. I don't know, I might not be, but anyways, so then if that's sort of a side tangent of, am I good at racing? Which sort of gets back to the, should I continue racing? Because if I'm not good at it, I don't know, I have this expectation that I want to do well in it, I want to get somewhere in it. But I think I can. It's just, it's going to take several years, a lot more than I thought it was, and but I'm trying to do stuff with it. I'm trying to keep it as a priority. I'm trying to do my best to improve daily, hopefully. But this gets back to, why did I take that break? Beyond just the instant, like, I feel bummed out. Why was I not enjoying racing? And I think the reason is that I was just being too harsh on myself. For a lot of it, like, when I was doing practice and stuff, I was really just beating myself up when I crashed in a practice. Like, crashing a virtual car in a practice session. I was beating myself like up horribly about that, because I was like, oh, when you're in a real car, this will be horrible and stuff. But like, I'm not. I need to recognize that I'm not in a real car. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna make mistakes, and I mean, even the best drivers make some mistakes, less significantly, but I need to recognize that, like, sometimes I will crash and I'll make a mistake, and I need to, like, sometimes I'll do that even when I get into a road car. Sometimes I will crash and damage a headlight or, God forbid, total the car, and I need to be able to keep going, even like when that's all on my dime, and that's losing like $20,000. I need to be able to accept that and keep going, because I need to be pushing myself to improve, and I'm gonna make mistakes in that process. So, and the other thing with that is the reason that this is a bit of a weird view, but the reason that I feel like enjoying racing is important is because now that I'm in back into engineering school again, college, I have a frighteningly little amount of time. Sometimes, like, talking to my family is something where it's like, do I even have the time to budget this in? Especially with, like, also trying to take some time to relax and recover from the day, and not just feel like I'm working myself day in, day out, 12, 14 hours a day. Especially now that we've moved, I have a longer transit, so it's just another hour of the day gone, but I just don't have a lot of time for anything. And my goal it's been my goal for the past like 2 months, that I've sort of been gone, and my goal for the rest of this sort of semester of school, so up until like May, June sort of area, is to try to get myself to enjoy racing more, which I think genuinely taking this break, being less harsh on myself, not forcing myself to drill a particular thing every time, that has helped a lot. It's made me enjoy it more. And the other thing is, with that, I guess the next step from there, that's also something I usually cut out. The next step from there is I need to get into a daily routine of racing, because it needs to be in that category of rest, because then it is something where it's not an obstacle in the day, you know? It's something that adds to my day, something that I look forward to. And right now, even though I enjoy it, there is sort of like a weird obstacle of, even though I enjoy it, I feel like sometimes it's difficult to start doing it, which is the case for a lot of hobbies and other stuff, basically everything but watching YouTube, because like it has an obstacle to it, and I'm going to try to work on that, and build it into my daily routine somewhere, yeah. But outside of that, I'm going to try to make something with karting work. It might happen, hopefully, maybe not, but that's all still a bit too vague to say anything about it, but, yeah. I'm trying to make something out of this.